podcast is intended for mature audiences. The views and opinions expressed are those of the panelists and do not reflect in any way those of the podcast partners, sponsors, or affiliates.
Hi, this is
Enjoy.
Michael Buffer, and you're listening to the voice of the people. Let's get ready for Boxing Voice.
Every day I'm hustling, 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 hustling. Every day I'm hustling, every day I'm hustling, every day I'm hustling, every day I'm hustling.
No matter what nobody say, man, Spirit, can't nobody fuck with me, man. You know, I can't be fucked with, you know.
Beyonce Productions.
Whether you pay to see me win, or you pay to see me lose, you're gonna pay. Fuck it, the kids still gotta eat. I don't have to watch, you know, any footage of a fighter. I mean, because I'm Floyd Mayweather, everybody gotta watch me. I knew eventually I was gonna have to fight Oscar over. I feel like he was straight up and down, no special effects.
BoxingVoice.com.
How can Canelo have the biggest deal? Your deal was for 300 million, and I made 350 million just in one fight. And you're fighting on the app.
BoxingVoice.com.
I'm a king, okay? I eat a feast. Every time I eat a feast. And when I get up from the table, I don't give a fuck who get the leftovers. At the end of the day, follow my green plan.
Beyonce Productions.
BoxingVoice.com.
What up, what up, what up, what up, and welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. We rocking out. It's Francis the Praying Mantis and Ness in the building. And we're going to be having Keith one time, Thurman in the building.
You better not duck me, son. You better not duck me, son.
Yes, sir.
He's actually going to be on early, man, so we starting early.
We definitely starting early. Yo, shout out to everybody out there. Don't forget, you know what I'm saying, hit the subscribe button and the thumbs up button on your way in if you haven't. Also, you know what I'm saying, thank you to my Lord and Savior for another one. Without him, none of this would be possible. And also,
this is Next Up Sports Talk. Yeah.
Don't ever forget that it's Next Up Sports Talk. Check me out personally. Yo, Keith Thurman is on the show. You guys excited? Make sure you drop your question. If you haven't, hopefully the post is still open. You can drop your question.
The post should be there. It's just buried.
Yeah, go ahead and look for that post and drop your questions for Keith one time.
Thurman, one time. What you most excited to ask him? Like, what you got on your mind? What you cooking, man? What you cooking? Like, what's the one exercise you hate to do in camp, or you got something, you cooking something up?
No, I'm cooking something up. But I'm trying to feel the flow of the energy of the interview before, you know what I'm saying, what direction I go in with my questioning.
You want to feel the flow. Why not just create the energy, man?
Well, you see what happens. That can happen based on the flow. If it starts off hot, then you can calm it down. If it starts off cold, then you can, you know what I mean, put some fire on it.
I hear you.
So I'm excited, man. It's to talk to Keith. That's your boy. So I know you gotta, you know, I know you got to. So we cool.
Yeah, you know, I mean, you know, one time, man. You know, he's one of the greatest fighters in the welterweight division in the last couple of years. You know, first fighter to unify.
Yeah, tell us.
He been doing his thing, man. You know, I want the real Keith Thurman to please stand up, man, because they out here sleeping on him, man. They out here, like you like to say, they throwing smut in his name, man.
Smut in his name.
Yeah, and I don't appreciate that, not one bit. You know.
They say, who Keith Thurman? What has he done for me lately? Like, you know.
Bruh, but we got him on at the perfect time.
Yes, we do.
With Ugas just getting elevated, could he maybe let the secret out the bag? He about to fight Ugas. Oh, yeah. I don't know, man. Anything could happen, man. Anything could go down right now, man.
We got Mr. Thurman right there, though.
Uh-oh.
Hold up, man. Hold up.
Mr. One Time himself.
Keith, one time Thurman. What's going on, my friend?
Driving around the city, boys. What's good, man?
Oh, man. Happy to have you on the program, obviously, man. And I'm glad that this interview's gotten rescheduled a few times because it's allowed some things to happen in the welterweight division. So it looks like we're gonna get get the first reaction to Ugas being elevated and Pacquiao being stripped. What does Keith One Time Thurman think of the WBA stripping the legendary Manny Pacquiao? Should they have been lenient on him since he's the legend and it is COVID, or were they right?
I mean, I believe that they were lenient for all because of COVID, you know. I do not believe that COVID had anything to do with the stripping of the title, because obviously they didn't strip it last year, right? And long story short, what really led to this decision, a lot of people don't really understand politics. It don't matter if it's in boxing or in this latest election. We know a lot of people don't understand politics, even me included. I don't understand a lot of politics, but I do understand boxing and boxing politics. So at the end of the day here, you know, Manny Pacquiao was trying to get back in the ring, but he was not trying to represent the welterweight world title. And that's what got him stripped of the welterweight world title. He was talking about doing a little dancey-roo with Conor McGregor. Then he talked about, you know, getting Ryan Garcia in the ring, who ain't no welterweight, who's not trying to compete at welterweight, who I don't even know if they were talking about 12-round championship boxing. They were talking about exhibition matches. And the WBA was tired of hearing about all these exhibitions. You know, they represent the WBA Super Champ is the highest title in the WBA sanctioned franchise, however you want to look at it. And it's the originator of all belts, right? The WBA was the OG of OGs. So for them, they just couldn't tolerate somebody who doesn't want to represent being one of the best fighters in the world. And, you know, when that happens, it gets thrown up in the air. And nowadays, instead of just throwing it up in the air, they kind of just hand it to the person who's most eligible in line. It's like if a sergeant has to step down, then the lieutenant becomes the next sergeant. You know what I'm saying? So Ugas, the lieutenant, is now the sergeant, you know, and it's respectable, you know, and it feels weird. I remember when I was gifted the regular world title, when they elevated Floyd Mayweather. You know, when you're gifted these elite championship statuses, it's a grateful opportunity, and you're happy. We all want to be champions of the world. That's what every fighter strives for. They want that kind of recognition. But when it's handed to you, you don't feel like you really got it. So he's definitely going to have to defend it.
So, can I ask you a question? Sorry, yeah. I want to ask you a question right there. How you doing? I'm Francis from Canada. I wanted to know, do you rank fighting for a vacant title on the same level of being gifted a regular title?
No. So fighting for a vacant title, you had to perform to get the title. So thus there's an accomplishment, right? There's an accomplishment, right? So that's what he's missing right now, is that feeling of accomplishment. You know, everybody's going to have to acknowledge that he's the champion. We're all going to have to title him as champion. How does it feel to be champion? We look forward to you fighting soon, champion. He's going to get those words, but it's going to feel awkward. It's not going to feel, you know, and he's been champ. He's the regular champ, but there's just going to be something knowing that something was handed to you. And if it's vacated and nobody has their name on it, it's first come, first serve. And if we get to fight over it, whoever fights and wins it, they won that thing. So I definitely look at it a little differently.
So Keith, you know, I've given myself the name Nostradamus, as my name is Nestor, and I called this maybe 30 days before it happened. But the second part, and I'm glad that you're on, because I feel like I knew Pacquiao. I thought he was going to vacate. I didn't know they was going to strip him. I said he would vacate, Ugas would be elevated, and we could possibly see the Earl fight. But I threw in that I think you and Ugas might fight, because Heyman is smarter than me, and he knows Ugas. No one knows him. So Ugas is going to need a name, and that's how you sell Ugas, not going for Earl first. It's like, look, we could put you in with Earl, but don't you want a back-end pay-per-view check? Because who's going to buy your pay-per-view? Now, if you fight Keith and beat Keith, and makes you more pay-per-view worthy. But at the same time, he's giving his guy, who was the Fox inaugural, the ESPN inaugural, you've been carrying PBC on your back for quite some time and done the biggest numbers. So he throws you back a bone by an opportunity at being a champion. Am I anywhere near the truth here? Is Keith going to be fighting Ugas or what? Does that sound realistic, or am I wishing on a star?
I mean, it's a great fight. It was a great fight regardless, At the end of the day, what you said makes a lot of sense. I like it, It's frustrating for me to have an opportunity to get a world title that I once owned from another man that didn't take it from me, But I have to sit back, be humble, do what I do as a young man in the sport, because we all know Pacquiao is not that, right? So being a young man in the sport, Pacquiao, whatever he's doing, he's doing. I heard he's about to be the next president of the Philippines. Who knows what that boy's really doing with his life right now? At the end of the day, I like making great fights in the welterweight division. If Ugas Thurman is a potentially great fight and puts me in position to get my world title back, it's not a no. There is, me, there is no. I'm ready to go. And he had a great fight over Sean Porter. Some people believe that he deserved to win the fight. We all know what it's like to come off of controversial losses, and if he wants to really keep that title, if he has plans on dominating the welterweight division, he's going to have to perform better than that Porter fight. Maybe handle somebody like we talking. I'm going to talk third person. He's going to have to handle himself some Keith Thurman and get ready for that Errol Spence. And then all of a sudden, maybe there is a different welterweight to dominate the welterweight division. The welterweight division is a stacked division. It always has been, always will be, man. And that's what I love about the sport, is that we got real competition. That's what I love, real competition. So, what I do. It's not just the numbers that I bring, it's the entertainment that I bring, and just I make great fights. Great fights happen when Thurman's in the ring. Like you said, fighting Thurman, beating Thurman makes him and Spence a better pay-per-view fight. I actually just had that same thought the other day, man. I ain't gonna lie. We on the same wavelength, man. And when great minds think alike, I mean, what the great book says, when two or more come in my name, I'll be there, man. When minds think alike, I think that's how true manifestation happens, man. We got to be on the same page together. The world, there's never been peace in the world because these political people, they're not striving for peace. If we can get people to come together and see the big picture, the greater picture together, then we can make some real moves happen, man. So it's a great fight. I think it'd be a great comeback fight for me. I know I haven't been active. I know COVID slowed things down for me, but I've been training. I feel great. I think it's a great opportunity to showcase my skills and talent once again, get my world title back, and separate myself from the competition.
Quick question, real quick. Outside of the champions and at 147, what name gets you amped for a fight?
Outside of 47?
No, outside of the champions at 47.
Okay.
Oh, I mean, I like my boy Deontay Wilder. I like my boy Deontay. I like the heavyweight division. I like Tyson Fury. We like Gervonta Davis. We like what he brings into the ring. But currently, man, just not a lot, man. Not a lot has really stood out to me and gets me really hyped. But I always show love to just certain styles. I was a Lomachenko fan for a little bit. I didn't watch his last fight. I didn't watch his fight before that either. But there was a time where Lomachenko was entertaining. I liked his angles, and we all liked the way he was moving around and dancing around. But the game caught up to him eventually. You can't just keep moving up and fighting the best fighters in the world. So yeah, man, there's probably a few people I'm sleeping on. But but that just happens, man. I'm not one to really be a spectator. I like being in the mix.
Okay,
Put me in the game, coach. Put me in the game, coach.
Quick 2 questions. The first question is, which is bigger? Which fight is bigger? Canelo versus Billy Joe Saunders, or Josh Taylor versus Jose Ramirez, in your opinion?
That was an earlier debate.
I mean, for me, it's just Canelo because Canelo. You know, I think when you want to compare like that, you got to be careful because it's Canelo. You know, so you know, I mean, I think there's some great people for Canelo to fight too, that I would like to see. Don't know if they'll ever manifest, or if they won't manifest quickly. They might manifest later in some later years, later times and dates. But there's some great competition at 160 that I do believe.
Hey Keith, Ness, I'm gonna let you go on a little rampage real quick because I know that's your guy. I just want to get this off real quick, Keith. I just want to ask you, the question I was really asking is there any names for you at 147 outside of the champions that you would like to fight? Like if Al Heyman was to present these names, it'd be like, okay, I'd like that. Even though he's not a champion, it would make for a good fight, a good event at 147.
I got to admit, man, it's like when you're so used to the high rollers table, you don't know how to go anywhere else. You know what I'm saying? Not just straight casino talk for you. You know, when you're so used to popping in the game and spending your time at the high rollers table, you know, it's okay. You got a new face. He want to join you at the high rollers table. That's cool. What's your name, brother? Oh yeah, you throwing down them chips. You got a lot going on. That's what's up. We can bang it out, you know. And at the end of the day, it's not that I wouldn't do it. It's just I'm too used to looking at the top 5.
Damn,
I remember
Keith.
when I was number 10,
Keith.
and I had to
Keith, let
get
me
Robert
find
Guerrero
out.
to get in the ring with me, and I had to climb the ladder. But once when I stepped high enough on the ladder, I forget what's down at 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. I don't know those steps no more. You know, steps 1, 2, and 3, we all about them steps. You know, we know what the top looks like. You know, it's hard, man. You know, I do always feel like when fighters take a loss, they get knocked down a few steps. You know, but the way that I lost is a few steps. You know, there's sometimes people lose and you can see the way that they lost, like maybe that fighter's just not the same. Maybe he's really not putting in that pressure like he used to, you know? And maybe that new guy can really go ahead and get him a name like Thurman and walk through Thurman. But I don't think anybody can ever say anybody at this current time is just walking through Thurman. Thurman's not at a point in his career where he's being walked through by nobody, you know? So that's my opinion about that topic there, brother.
Keith, man, did you just become Paulie Malignaggi?
You better not duck me, son. You better not duck me, son.
When you told Malignaggi not to duck you, you was up and coming and he was the name. And now, is that what it is?
That's nice. That's a nice comparison. Nostradamus, whatever. That's nice. And you can go and do these things, okay? But let's be real. Who's got in my face and talk that ish?
Nobody.
Who's got in my face and talk that ish?
Nobody.
Okay, I was in his face. I was in his face. I was in his city. I was in his city. I was in his face. He was at my press conference, and he got the voice. All right, he got the voice. He got the hunger of a young dog. Don't stand up and show me your Louis belt, Gucci belt, whatever the fuck you wearing. All right, you know what I'm saying? I'll punch you in your shit, boy. You know what I'm saying? I just got out of the ring. I had so much testosterone. Play it one more time. Play it one more time.
You better not duck me, son. You better not duck me, son.
Come on now. I had adrenaline, testosterone pumping all in my veins. He was making more money than me. I was a jealous young man. I wanted to slap him upside his forehead so bad, boy, you don't even understand. That's the only words that could come out of my mouth at that time. Man, look, I I love the throwbacks, baby. But you know, at the end of the day, like I said, who's getting in my face? Who's coming at me with that kind of intensity in today's day and age, man? That was some realness from the heart and soul of a warrior, of a gladiator, talking to another gladiator, saying, "Yo, you on this side of the fence, boy. You ain't nowhere. You ain't hard to reach. You ain't hard to reach. Let's do it." You know. And at the end of the day, he lost the title, and I lost interest because I only wanted what he had. I didn't want Paulie Malignaggi in the ring. I wanted Paulie's welterweight world title in the ring. That's what I wanted. So, you know, that's how I feel. And now I don't have a title. I want titles, and I'm already close to the top. Let's go get the straps back. I want straps back. Strap mode, strap season.
Hey Keith, I wanted to ask you, when boxing media or the boxing fans or casual fans echo the sentiments that the wealth and the fame has maybe caught up to Keith Thurman in terms of when Marvin Hagler said it was hard to get up out of silk sheets or when you wear silk pajamas. What is your response to?
Hey. I mean, look, man, that's life, man. We all come from a hard place, and then all of a sudden you got nicer things. Nobody wants to let the nice things go easily. You know what I'm saying? There's a reason why Paulie never signed the contract. He could have signed the contract. There's a reason. We're here to entertain, we're here to challenge ourselves, but some fighters want challenge when some fighters want what is best for themselves at a particular point in time of their career. Some people play checkers while other people play chess. You know what I'm saying? And I've been a chess player my whole life anyways. Okay? So I told Errol Spence from day one when I met him in the backstage of the MGM Grand, I look forward to seeing you in the ring one day. Period. Point blank, period. Because I play chess. I see your moves, my moves, this and that. But there's gonna be a day where, you know how chess is. It ain't kings looking at kings. It's them queens looking at them queens. You know what I'm saying? There's one day we're gonna be lined up. I'm gonna have my rook all set up, and we're gonna be lined up, and we're gonna be ready to shoot. We're gonna be ready to step in and make some.
Uh-oh. Is he driving?
Yeah.
Ooh. You breaking up, Keith. I think you driving.
Yeah.
Talking about with the whole Pacquiao fight, me taking that L, my BL, my base, L, and man, again, all the action that I was trying to bring. If I'm breaking up, it might be because I'm in the parking garage.
Yeah, I mean, it's getting clearer now.
This is the elevator, and you ain't getting no reception in the elevator. You know what I'm saying?
Nah, you're getting a little bit clearer there.
You losing everything?
No, we can hear you now, but it's got, a little.
What you want me to do? All right.
Are you going to stay in there, or are you getting out the elevator soon?
I can. Let's go inside. Let's go inside the condominium. See if there's a little bit better. I'll get right in front of the elevator. Let me see if I got all my ish out the car, man. Let me go ahead.
Yeah, so we definitely can hear you now.
All right, man. Let's talk about being comfortable, man. So there's a time where only occasionally you get to eat a steak. There's a time where only occasionally you're gonna see a lobster tail. Then there's a day where every time you go out to a restaurant, you getting surf and turf. You know what I'm saying? And you get to treat yourself, man. People work hard to be in powerful positions, and people don't want to let go of positions of power. I struggled with it throughout my whole career. I mean, I felt lucky just to get Robert Guerrero in the ring. If Robert Guerrero didn't sign the contract, I mean, I don't know what would have happened. You know, he was a tough opponent. Even when I knocked him down, he showed that grit, and he finished off the fight and the rounds. But it was hard, man. For me, that was the first fight that I wanted that I finally got. You know, there were so many names that were out there that I could have been dancing with, and it was really hard to make things get put together. But, you know, PBC, we made that fight happen. It was a great fight. It was a great card, main event, MGM. It was just a beautiful moment of my career, and I'm just really grateful for having them kind of opportunities, man. We've seen it throughout the history of boxing. I mean, look at my amateur rival, Demetrius Andrade. He's finally getting decent, you know, some decent pays and this and that through Dazn or something, you know. It took that man forever to really come up in the sport. He's still an undefeated fighter today. He's been talented since we was amateurs. But my career was able to kick off, you know, because of my excitement, the welterweight division, and who I ended up working with under the sport of boxing, because who you sign your contracts with are very important. But it just happens, man, throughout time. Sometimes it's politics, sometimes it's people not wanting to fight you, and then sometimes it's being at the wrong place at the wrong time instead of the right place at the right time. So, you know, it's life, baby. There's a lot of complexities, man. And people don't want to give up those states of comfort. But I love great fights, man. I still hold an amateur mindset, man. You know, where I love great fights. If it's a great fight, man, I'm all about it.
So, Keith, do you got a projected date on a return, or you still don't know when you're coming back?
We got this COVID. I can't find my keys. I gotta. Here you go. Hi, man. Yeah, they were in there. It's okay. You have yours? Yeah, I got my keys. It's right here. Thank you, man. Yeah, see, so we in the building. You guys got better reception?
Yes.
Yep.
You boys got good reception?
Yep. You sound good.
Yeah, you clear.
See, I think it's worse. Now that I'm in here.
Oh, we hear you fine. Maybe you have a delay, maybe? We hear you fine, though.
Oh, no, it's chopping.
Speaker off. Speaker off.
Yeah, you did just get choppy on us. We gonna get it together. It's gonna clear up, hopefully.
I can't hear you boys. I'm out.
Oh,
there's the elevator.
All right. Hopefully we get him back.
Hopefully, yeah.
Damn. Keith froze time Thurman. We gonna get it back. We gonna try.
Damn. Keith look like you. Come on, Keith. Jump back on, man. Get in the condo. And, you know, because I was about to warm up, man. I was getting ready to warm up with the questions. What's going on? I hope y'all, you know what I'm saying, enjoying the little, I don't know how long we was on with Keith, maybe about 20 minutes or so. You know, hopefully he was in a bad service spot, so hopefully he's going to jump back on right now and finish the interview with us. Yeah. Don't forget to smash the thumbs up button on your way in and out. We have over 500 people in here right now, man. Hit the subscribe button while you're at it. Don't cost you anything. Just a click.
I was about to send him my.
There it is.
Oh, there he goes.
All right.
I was about to send you my chess.com ID so I could see how good you are in chess. What's your chess rating? You got one?
Oh, basic, man. I never got anything past the fundamentals. But if I play you enough, I'm gonna I'm gonna evolve. You know what I mean? I've been in the game with some good chess players before. They beat me like 10 times in a row, and then I start coming in and I slap that ratio. They can't do 10-1 no more. I'll start winning maybe 1 after 4 games, 1 out of 3 games, things like that. You know, it's the fighter in me. I'm always fighting back.
Hey, Ness, I don't know. Can you see Keith on your end? Oh, there you go, right there. Okay, beautiful.
All right, well, let's throw these people's questions before we run out of time with you. We got the UK's George Foster says, do you think you're still physically capable of beating the top welterweights in the division?
Oh yeah, no doubt, man. It's really about all the hard work that you put into your training camp. I always tell people, I mean, first you got to have the skills and talent to compete toe for toe with the best fighters in the world. I have that. You know, but from there, it's just a matter of the training camp. When you watch any of these fighters perform, you're not just watching, you know, whoever we're watching, Canelo, Thurman, you know, Floyd. You're watching the outcome of the preparation that they put in for the fight, you know. So I do believe, and I'm very motivated to outperform myself. I really still don't believe that my greatest performance has been in the ring yet. And I want to manifest that before my career is over with. And that's what I look forward to doing.
We got that one white boy in Texas says, I would absolutely love to see you and Errol fight this year. If he were sitting next to you right now, what would you say to him?
I mean, everybody already know. We already had some words from the beginning of the year with this whole fuck Keith Thurman BS. You know what I'm saying? So at the end of the day, man, you know, I still think that how you gonna fight the fighters I beat, but you don't want to beat the man that beat them. You wanna try to, you know, tick for talk, whatever. You want to try to outperform me by, you know, cooking up the ducks I already fried, but you ain't trying to fry me up. You know what I'm saying? It is what it is, man. I still think it's one of the greatest fights in the welterweight division today. I think Thurman versus everybody is the greatest fights in the welterweight division today. And that's not because I love myself, even though I love myself. You know, at the end of the day, man, it's just action, man. It's action and it's competition, man. In sports, you know, soccer, this, that, people want to see the best versus the best. And I still think that I'm one of the best in the game today.
James Valdez in San Antonio, Texas says, I know there's still a few good fights in you, champ, but once you're done with the ring, what are your future plans?
We'll have to see, man. You know, shoot, I could be out here with Nesmer Damas on some little, you know, podcast. We could be doing some boxing talk. You know what I'm saying? I might have my own channel. I've been enjoying seeing other fighters go through training camps. There's been people who have utilized St. Pete Boxing as a training camp. I do have potential to getting a different gym, a bigger venue, and maybe opening up something on this side of Florida. A lot of different fighters are in Florida. I hear AB is here in Florida doing his training camp. There's a lot of people who like to come to Florida, get out of that cold weather, maybe sweat harder during the summers, and just push themselves down here in Florida, man. So maybe I think I can open up an opportunity to create some training camps and be a little bit of a mentor, you know, gives people some insight in their preparation on how to perform at their best and make it so that, you know, that they do better throughout their career if they really buckle down and do what needs to be done in preparation for any fight. Even if you're the underdog, man, you put in that real preparation, you might not be the underdog when it's all said and done.
I think that's an amazing idea, man. I think that I've always told you that when I used to go to your training camps that you really could break down the sport. So I think that it would make for a good teacher, you know, a good trainer. And definitely, you know, I moved out here, man. I'm only I think an hour and 45 from you. I'm in or more on the Tampa side by Northport, but yeah. I understand what you mean about people wanting to come to the sun. Believe me, you should definitely think of a bigger gym, man. That would be an awesome idea. Next one is from Stephen Williams, also in the UK, who says, are you still a natural welterweight? Thanks for coming on the show, champ Steve in the UK.
Definitely, man. There's been years where I've let my weight fluctuate way too much, but anytime that I hit crazy numbers like 185 or 192 after the Pacquiao fight, during the hand surgery and all the disappointment I was dealing with, even though I was getting mad love, I was always getting mad love for that performance, but champions aren't champions for any reason, man. If you know anything about any performer, in general, we can be very hard on ourselves, so at the end of the day, I was just gaining fat, boy. You know what I mean? I was just eating a lot of things I shouldn't have eaten, wasn't being disciplined. And that's something I had to knock myself out of during the COVID year. Like, it doesn't matter, man. No matter what you do, don't make the mistakes you made in 2019, where I lost 35 pounds to fight Jose Cito Lopez. I gave myself that one. It was a 22-month comeback. I gave myself that one. But then right after, I gained all the weight back, and I had to lose 35 pounds again to fight Manny Pacquiao. That was a mistake. That was a no-no. I really think that ultimately could have affected my overall performance. And I very dislike that something as simple as disciplining oneself with weight management was probably one of those things that made a close fight too close, where I couldn't really perform the way that I wanted to perform, because a lot of my training camp wasn't in fight strategy. A lot of my training camp was just focused on making weight, being in shape, and then let's just, give Pacquiao a great fight, which we did, but I didn't outperform the way that I truly needed to. And I think I could have done that with better weight management that year. So I'm already on it right now. You don't really see the slim face look. It's already coming down. I don't step on the scale because I don't got a contract in hand. But at the end of the day, I say you don't need a contract in hand to get ready. And that's what we're doing right now. We're getting ready for the world. Thurman versus everybody.
We got Dual Ingram, I believe is in Compton, says, I know you've been with the same people your entire career, but it seems like each and every high-level fight you're in, you get hurt, unlike some of the other top welterweights. Do you recognize this? And what can you do to change it?
So, I got a saying when I knock people out and when I don't knock people out, right? And so the saying is, when I knock people out, that's their bad, not my good, right? And when I don't knock people out, that's their good, not my bad, okay? It's not about, if somebody land a punch on Thurman, that's their good. That's not my bad, okay? Those right hands from Jose Cito Lopez might have been my bad, you know what I'm saying? But when he got me with that check left hook, that was his good. I had my right hand up. But I had it up too far in the back, and we got small gloves, and that left hook came in short on the chin. That was his good. That was not my bad. My hands were up. I saw the punch coming, and I still got hit, okay? Now, after that, I'm on the outside. I never been in the ring with Jose Cito Lopez. He can't hit me. Boom. Hold on. All right, whatever. I'm okay. All right, I'm back on the outside. He can't hit me. Boom. That was a miscalculation of distance. I didn't understand the length of his arms. I thought I'm in the safe zone, and he showed me, you're not safe, Thurm. Here's a straight right hand. You're not safe, Thurm. Here's a straight right hand. But I held myself. It is what it is, man. You want to be a real champ, you better be able to take a punch. So I'm not going to discredit myself or discredit my team for being one who can take and give back. You know what I'm saying? And it's about the adjustments you make. I might lose that round. I bet I don't lose the next round. I bet I got knocked down by Manny Pacquiao. I bet I don't lose the next round. Okay? It's a tug and war industry, man. When you're in that ring, it's tug and war, give and take. Sometimes you're going to give it. Sometimes you're going to take it. That's life, baby.
Next one is from New York City. David Maldonado says, what's up, champ? Being that you know Danny Garcia better than most because you faced him before, who do you think would be the best fit for him to bring in as a second trainer, and who you think would be a good comeback fight for him if you were in control? By the way, I had your fight with him much closer with you edging it out 7 rounds to 5, but I had him beating Porter though. And if it wasn't for the knockdown, I had you versus Manny 6 even. And whose hits hard? Damn, so many questions. And who hits harder out of those two, by the way? That's a lot.
Yeah,
for me to repeat.
Danny still kind of hits harder than Pacquiao because of the size. Pacquiao, he just hits really hard for a mosquito, man. It's like a mosquito hitting you with a brick. You're like, nah, mosquito, where's the brick come from? You know what I'm saying? Pacquiao's a little like if Pacquiao hits me, I know I'm gonna get up. Let's just put it like that. Pacquiao hits me, I'm gonna get up. If Danny hits me, I might not get up. So that answers that question. All right. Now, as far as your scoring goes, you might need to study boxing a little bit more, okay? Because Danny don't throw enough punches to win the rounds that you be giving them, okay? But I'm not going to get into that. When it comes to Danny Garcia changing team and adding people to his team, that's not how I roll, man. You know, I don't look at other coaches and other training camps and say, oh, this fighter should really be working with these coaches over here or X, Y, and Z. You can always add people, man, maybe something as simple as a new mitt man so that you get a little bit of different technique. I'm getting a whole bunch of phone calls, but we get a little bit different technique coming in. It is what it is. Danny, a fight that I've always liked for Danny Garcia is Garcia versus Garcia. You know, Mikey, that is. Mikey and Danny. I just always like that matchup. You know, I like what Mikey brings into the ring. I like what Danny brings into the ring.
Yeah.
They may have fought in the amateurs. I'm unaware of their true history, but I just still think it would be a great fight and a real fight for the fans to watch. I mean, for certain people, I think it can still be one of those pick 'em kind of fights. I didn't like Danny's last performance. For somebody who said that he learned against Keith Thurman, he learned against Sean Porter, he still didn't seem like he learned how to throw more punches. And I just really didn't like that kind of performance. But if he guns down and puts in the real work, I think that he can, just like me, if you really want to outperform yourself, you know, go ahead and do the thing. You know, it's all in the heart of the fighter. It's in the soul. It's in the effort that we put, and it's about having confidence in yourself. And you know, win, lose, or draw, know that you did what you wanted to do. Know that you put it all out there on the line.
All right, we got Victor Banuelos from Tijuana, California, who says, what's up, champ? In your opinion, who wins the fight between Canelo Alvarez and Jamal Charlo? By the way, if you happen to fight Spence, aim for his temple. Both Porter and Danny hurt him with shots near the top of his head.
Look, man, I like Lions only. Canelo's a beast, though. He's not easy to walk over. It's a tremendous fight. You know, thank you for the love and support. I don't got time to answer all these questions. I got to jump into my next interview, fellas.
All right, champ.
You know, but one love, man. And we will be back in the ring this year for sure.
All right. Thank you.
Good.
There you have it, ladies and gentlemen. Keith One Time Thurman, thank you for joining us, champ. And, I mean, he answered as many as he could. This post has been up for weeks, so there was dozens. Luckily for those that came first, they got theirs answered first. If you're watching this on YouTube, don't forget to hit that thumbs up button. It helps with the visibility of the show, helps us grow. It's going to continue to help us get these big time interviews, giving you the information you want, even though we didn't touch on everything we wanted.
Everything, yep.
You know, there was some stuff that definitely slipped through the cracks, unfortunately. But
yep, we have some super chats we got to get to. We got a new member. Also, we got over 600 people in here, man. Go ahead and smash that thumbs up button and subscribe button. Don't cost you nothing, man. Just a click. Go ahead. You got the super chats?
We going to them. Let's see what we got. It was a lot of they was coming at Thurman. And so we got who will give? No, he says, JC says, will you give Ennis a shot? And Robert Singleton says, salute one time. Sanford, Florida in the building. Okay. I never knew Singleton was from Florida. Cashman says Thurman let Spence come take his spot. All you had to do was fight Spence, bruh. And Tony says, don't duck me, son. Let's go one time. Al from Windsor says, yo, for that bread, I'll make 147 all the way from 305. These hands go bananas. Oh, word. Super Boy Wonder maybe, or Super B Wonder says, Thurman, why were you eating ice cream and partying late before pack fight? He answered that somewhere. Shout out to Twin in Orlando who says, shout out to one time, FYI, I had it 114, 113, Thurman in the pack fight. Damn, even with the knockdown. So it makes hella sense to get back. It makes hella sense to get that title back in the Ugas fight. I hope. We ain't even get to touch on that clearly, man. I hope he could pull rank, man, because your man, I know that's your other man and shit. You got Tank and Earl, them their boys, and his number's been declining, right? Like, not drastically, but it's been a decline. And if you throw Ugas on the back of the Porter fight, Danny fight, it's going to go down.
Yeah, we all know in boxing the reason why these cards be going down is because the fights they put on the undercards gotta support the main event.
Or the main event itself, though. Or the main itself, right? Like, come on. Ugas Porter, like, come on, man. We only want that belt. I'm with you. I'm Team Earl. I only want that belt. So we might as well take that belt from Thurman so we can make some money. And no disrespect to Ugas, but he just ain't done it yet. He ain't done it yet. I'm just saying.
But why take that opportunity away from Ugas, though? Why take that once a night opportunity?
It ain't taking it away. It's
time to make pay-per-view. That might be his only time to be pay-per-view. Like,
but do you want to do a Mayweather Pacquiao pay-per-view, or you want to do a Bud Spence pay-per-view? You know what I'm saying? You want to go big, man. You want to go big. You want it to marinate, man.
But why did it have to be against Keith? He's the only person that can make it big in the 47 division. Like, I'm asking from your standpoint.
No, he ain't the only person. But Earl already fought Danny. Earl already fought Porter. Porter already fought Ugas. What you gonna do? Throw Ugas in there with Danny to build his popularity? No, you throw him in there with Keith, because Keith is a better talker than Danny.
Yeah, but
listen, because Keith did the motherfucking he did the pay-per-view with Pacquiao. Danny's pay-per-view ain't do as good as Thurman's pay-per-view.
I hear you, but that's not gonna happen. That's crazy, but yeah, I don't think that's gonna happen.
What's crazy? What's crazy? I'm lost. What you talking about?
No, that it's crazy that it would have to go that way in order for it to happen. Is what I mean by it.
I don't think it has to go that way. I just think as a business person, it makes better business sense to build Ugas' name.
But you see, what happens is this. This is what happens, right? If Ugas fights Thurman, like, we already know Thurman about to knock off Ugas. So what exactly? So you literally just cashed out on Ugas with Thurman instead of cashing out on Ugas with Errol. Do you understand what I'm saying?
Nah, because for Ugas, he's getting 2 checks. That's what you're not getting at.
What was the 2 checks?
He got to win though. He got to win though.
You know that ain't happening. So we just.
But wait a minute. You heard Keith himself say some had Ugas beaten
Porter. Yeah, but Porter is not Thurman or Errol.
He ain't Thurman.
Errol.
Style make fights, but Thurman and Porter had an extremely tight fight where some had Porter winning. Porter himself thought he did enough to win the Thurman fight. So all I'm saying is it's relative.
And dropped Porter.
It's relative and it's comparable. Ugas is there. He's there. But he's got to build that name. You got to build that name if you really want to share the ring. Listen, if you want it to be more than a cash out, you do go to Thurman round. If you're going to cash out and just retire back to Cuba, yeah, go fight Earl. But your pay-per-view, but you ain't even getting a back end because they ain't writing in the contract that you ain't getting nothing after. It's got to be after 300. You ain't even getting a 300. How you gonna get? How? Who?
Because it's a unification by people want to see if he gonna stop Ugas or not. And listen, man, Ugas, don't get it twisted. Ugas got the whole, like, for me personally, I look at Ugas, he got Ronaldo Chapman, which is the pitcher for the Yankees. He got the whole Yankees, you know what I'm saying, squad rocket with him. Florida, which he moved to now, you know what I'm saying, because he's with Salas, who's in Florida. The whole Florida vibe, like that. Cubans in Florida, like, they rocking with Ugas, especially now that he's actually a world champion. Yeah, man, what you talking about? Him and his boy world champion. That's what I believe.
That's why you gotta let him fight Thurman.
But check this though, isn't Canelo fighting Yildirim in Florida? That's not his market. Like, I feel like if Errol was to fight Ugas in Florida with the Cubans, it would do big numbers, because Errol's a draw anywhere, not just in, and that's legacy too, because now you going somewhere else and putting out your flag, conquering another area. Wouldn't you like to see that in Florida? Wouldn't you like to see Errol and Ugas in Florida?
Is that Bruce? Let me see. No, that ain't Bruce. That's Dodge Hyatt says in a super chat that Spence Garcia was after Tyson Jones, so he trying to say that's why Errol and Garcia ain't do big numbers, because people spent money on Tyson Jones.
Yeah, but answer my question though. You didn't answer my question.
What was it?
You didn't even hear my question. My question is, Canelo is fighting at the Hard Rock in Florida, which is not his venue. He fights in either Texas or in Vegas. He's fighting in Florida against Yildirim, who nobody knows. Are you not trying to tell me that Errol fighting Ugas in Florida with all the Cubans in Florida?
So that's what you're telling me now. That's what you're doing. That's what you're doing. That's what you're doing now. You're trying to again compare Errol to Canelo. Okay.
That was a good one, though.
Let me ask you something.
Good one.
Has Errol done big numbers outside of Texas? What state he was in that he sold 10,000, 12,000, 15, 16? Where was it?
Where he sold that? Yeah. What do you mean? In California.
Where? What's fight?
Pardon me?
What fight?
In California?
Yeah.
You go look it up, man.
All right, this guy. This is no longer a talk show, man. It's no longer a talk show. This guy be telling you, yo, go over here for information.
Yeah. Yo, man, we ain't got no callers, man. Open up the lines, man. Let's get it from the people, man.
I mean, I'm busy. I gotta use my fingers to look up information.
You can do that after. Let's get to the callers.
You acting greedy with information. You making people go the long way. I'm saying. Porter, he fought Porter. How many tickets sold over there?
Man, it was a sellout. It was a sellout in California.
How many tickets sold?
I don't know how much Staples Center hold. Shit.
I thought it was like 6,000. Let me see. Now you can make me Google that.
Oh, no. That definitely was over 20,000 tickets for sure.
Center
over.
4 boxing.
Easy over 10. Yo, they sold over 3,000 pay-per-views, 300,000 pay-per-views. Yo, there was more than 20,000 people in there, man. It wasn't Dallas Cowboy Stadium, which holds 80,000 people.
I mean,
it's a basketball stadium.
You making me do it. I gotta Google it.
Because you know the information, man. You play like you don't. You know this information.
What we got here? Unified Fight of the Year candidate.
You know this information.
Let me see. Bam. Staples Center. No. None of that. Let me see. Damn. I had to put tickets sold now. Tickets sold. My man don't want to help us, y'all. Let's see. Staples Center tickets sold for Spence Thurman. Nothing coming up. What's up, yo? Oh, you said Porter. Excuse me. Spence versus Porter. What we got? Errol Spence, Danny Garcia generates. Okay, that was recently. Sean Porter. Let me see. No. Spence full card. Errol Spence Jr. ticket prices. No. I don't see it, y'all. What's up? You want to help out? Nah.
You don't see it? Come on, man. We don't see it.
Yeah,
yo, you gotta go where the numbers is at, man. Like, you gotta go where, like, your Staples Center attendance. You know what I mean? To see that information probably like buried with other stuff by now, but yo, the attendance was there, man. There, his live gate numbers is
not,
huge
like,
right now.
That should have been a headline though, like Spence versus Porter. Attendance exceeds. Let me see, man.
I mean, when they say it's a sellout and the arena holds over 30,000, I mean, they usually go as close as possible.
Okay, I think I found something, bruh. Big numbers, man. You was right, yo. In a Fight of the Year candidate that was incredibly compelling and more than lived up to the hype, two of the best welterweights in the sport's best and deepest division gave the 16,702 in attendance in downtown Los Angeles. One hell of a show as Spence emerged as the newly unified champion of the world. There you go. We found it. We want to give you our facts, man. We can't be saying he only sold 10. We got a super chat from OG Bookie Lee. Says, boy, stop it. Ugas won't get no more money if he fights Keith or not. His best option is to go right into a fight with Earl. LA, New York, this guy.
Why I don't understand why people can't understand the Ugas in Florida with the Cubans, man. I don't get it. Why can that not sell?
Bruh, because all of a sudden Ugas, listen to what you asking Ugas to do.
Yeah.
You asking Ugas, who doesn't have a bigger win than Guillermo Rigondeaux, when Rigondeaux bodied Nonito Donaire on HBO, which at the time was basically the only network with boxing. You know, Showtime wasn't even as balling as they was. Rigondeaux bodied him back then. And he couldn't sell in motherfucking Miami, bro. And you gonna tell me Ugas gonna sell? Why? Just why? Why Ugas out of every other Cuban?
Because he's a champion, man.
Out of Luis Ortiz, who lives in there. Remember, Luis Ortiz had a tune-up in Miami or somewhere in Florida where Wilder was even commentating. That shit wasn't no sellout.
So what are you saying? Dominicans support more than Cubans in terms of boxing?
I ain't never said that. I'm asking.
I'm in terms of support.
Puerto Ricans and Mexicans do. Hell yeah.
Okay.
Hell yeah. I ain't, man.
No, because I'm like, that's like home. If he's there right now, it'd make common sense to be like, yo, okay, bet you got a Cuban world champion boxer fight one of these stadiums, and he's fighting another well-known fighter.
Think about it like this, man. Eddie and Fury tried to play Wilder, but they walked up and around the streets talking about, yo, do you know Wilder? How many people gonna know Ugas, man?
But yo, that's what you promoting and marketing is all about, brother.
And that's what marketing we talking about. We talking about marketing him by throwing him in a fight with Keith, and that's a big name.
There is no bigger marketing than getting in the streets and letting people know that you Cuban world champion Yordenis Ugas is fighting like for a unification bout. You know what I'm saying? In little Cuba.
Nah,
for God's sakes, you understand what I'm saying?
You tripping, boy. We got a super chat from Mad Ben Sieng, Mad Ben 100, who says, you want to read that for you? That's for you, man. That's for you. No one knows it.
Mad Ben 100 says, love Ugas, but nobody knows him, speaks no English. And that's perfect because, listen, when you have these Mexican fighters and these fighters who speak another language, usually they get an opportunity to speak in another language to communicate with their people who understand that language. So it's perfect for Ugas to have the Cuban media and have the Spanish media, Latino media pull up, you know what I'm saying, perfect in Miami, hot, everybody's having a great time, and they can disseminate, you know what I'm saying, the news, the information that he's given to the Spanish reporters, as well as have a translator to do it in English. It's simple.
I'm wishing on a star. No matter where you are. Stop it, man. You tripping right now. Yo, we going out to the callers, though. Callers. Who's on the line?
These calls are brought to you by El Camino Electrical Services, experts in electric vehicle charging stations. For consultations and turnkey installation, visit us at elcaminoelectricalservices.com.
I agree with Intrigue, man. You being biased. You don't want Spence to have to fight him.
Remember to rate us 5 stars on iTunes.
I see it,
I knew
man.
you'd say that. I knew you'd say something like that. Of course you agree. Get out of here, man.
You putting mad roadblocks and you acting like.
Subscribe to youtube.com/theboxingvoice for the latest and greatest interviews with your favorite fighters.
I'm trying to get undisputed,
man. You acting like building Ugas is a bad thing, man. Like you don't want to see him. You don't want to see him eat. You don't want to see him win.
Get knocked off. It's not about eating. He's gonna get
throw him in there? Yo, he coming off of like a year layoff. You want to throw him in there with Earl, man? You tripping,
Yo,
man.
stop your who you gonna fight?
Adrian.
Tune up his Keith.
Keith.
Tune up Keith. Yo, Adrian,
hey, what up, man? Mad love getting Keith on the show, man. He's one of my favorite fighters, man. I think he's great, man. I mean, he's probably towards the end of his career, last 4 or 5 fights, probably. But man, that dude entertained us for a long time. And before them injuries, man, them hit knockouts, man, they was dope. Yeah, man. But good interview, man. It sucks that he kind of had some issues with his Skype and whatnot. And I'm here to shake it for you too, Ness. Like, man, a heavyweight need to come out and fight you, man. We gotta see you at Border Wars 10 in action, man. You out in Florida getting in shape now, man. We gotta see that shit. But yeah, man, that's all I got. Man. What's up?
I'm a pound on Francis, man.
You gonna pound on Francis?
Yeah.
Man, a little American Canadian beef. We gonna start that war?
Nah, I'm gonna give you his liver after I grind it up, man. Crazy.
You talking crazy, Francis. But yeah, man, that's what's up, though, man. To all the Border Wars contestants still in it, man, keep on training hard, do your thing. Let's make Border Wars 10.
Brandon, Cincinnati. Brandon.
No intro?
Oh, shit. I forgot.
Don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. Can you hear me?
I hear you.
Hey, shout out to Keith for coming on. Yeah, shout out to Keith for coming on to the show, man. But Ness, I gotta call you out of your hypocrisy, brother.
What happened?
And I understand that's your boy, but what you used to always say, when Danny and them was negotiating with Bud, why would you fight Bud for 1 belt when you could fight Errol for 2 belts? So why the fuck would Ugas fight Keith for no belt when he can fight Errol right now for 2 more belts?
Yeah, you absolutely right. The thing is, are they going to offer him the fight? Is Al Heyman a smart businessman or a dumb one? You from Cincinnati. You from Ohio. You tell me. Is he smart or is he dumb?
I'm about to answer your question. Who's in a better position for Al to do what they want? If Errol say I want Ugas and Keith say I want Ugas, who's going to get that fight? I think Errol is his golden goose right now. So if Errol wants it, Errol gets it, brother.
Man, you crazy, man. You don't even know what you're talking about, man. Cut it. Bruh, listen, first of all, go watch all the interviews I've done with Keith, right? And you tell me, from what you know about boxing, right? Before you watch the interviews with Keith, just listen to this. What you know about boxing, who was Al's first golden goose? What you heard me tell him? Who was his inaugural for every network Al struck a deal with? He didn't choose to go with fucking Wilder or Tank or none of the motherfuckers that y'all be talking about. He chose every single time he had a brand new network deal to go with Keith One-Time Thurman on ESPN, on Fox and CBS. What the fuck is you talking about, golden goose? That is the golden goose, man. He been the truth, man. What you talking about? So that's what I'm saying. It ain't about, and I'm not saying that to build a case to tell you that Keith could call Al and get the Ugas fight. I'm telling you that to build the case that Earl could call Al and ask for the Ugas fight and still not get it. Because Keith was calling Al, asking for the Strowman fight and not getting it. He got it a year later. Keith was wanting a Danny fight and he got it 2 years later. Come on, man. You don't just ask for what you want and all of a sudden it's on a fucking platter for you. Crazy as hell, man. You better listen to them interviews very, very, very well. These people telling you everything that Al does. He gives you 3 fighters at once. Now it's been changing over these last few years, you know, with COVID and everything. Over the last 24 months, let's say. But listen to interviews before the last 2 years. Everybody get 3 options, man. Everybody get 3 options, unless you are not at a, if you ain't a Tank, Earl, Keith, Danny type of guy, you might not be getting 3 options. And I'm not really talking about those guys, because the interviews I've done is with the guys I'm talking about. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, I don't know, bro. I don't know. Just because he making moves right now, Keith made all the moves. Remember, Keith the only fighter to do like $5 million, wasn't it? On either Fox or CBS, one of them, 4 point something. Something ridiculously high. So I don't know what you mean, man. I honestly don't know what you mean. Ain't nothing about no golden goose. This is what make business sense. And where's the money at? If the pay-per-view's declining, first of all, this is a bud tender. This is what y'all gotta understand. This is a bud tender telling Keith, telling Earl, go do the pay-per-view with Ugas so we can laugh and keep saying, look, this is 4th pay-per-view declining. You think he's smart. He ain't on your side, my man. He ain't on your side. You supposed to be able to smell the bullshit a mile away. That's all he doing. He know Ugas gonna fail. So that's another. So he could be like, see, he fought Earl and his numbers was lower, and then he fought Danny and his numbers was, come on, man. I know what you're doing. But anyway, let's not forget that that's what he doing. Trying to talk about Ugas go straight to Earl. Man, Ugas ain't never even had a fight the level of Earl. He gonna go straight. He ain't going straight nowhere. He gonna go straight.
He hasn't fight the level of Keith Thurman either, but that's okay.
Exactly.
Same thing.
So only thing he gonna do is do what he been doing, what he been told to do. You know what I'm saying?
Who you make a bigger payday with?
The funny thing is that all of a sudden, Ugas need to go straight into the Earl fight. Man, this wasn't even your hypothesis, man. I manifested this shit a month ago, man. This was me telling you this shit was gonna happen. That's why when I had the week off, I was very happy, because they was talking old news. The Oracle been told you that shit. J-Mac, what up?
So you hating?
I'm that guy. What you want to bet on? Bet 100,000 on that. Let's bet $1 million. You getting that money, right? Easy. Let's bet $1 million easy. And I for the bread. When I him, y'all gonna say he was too weak on my life.
Okay, bow down, bitches. I'm about to handle business. I'ma teach you all a lesson. This'll only take a minute. Got a part and all this passion in my blood. Niggas hating just because. Think about it. Everybody love Bud. J-Mac, where you at? All these niggas hating on me. Shit is whack. So official with it. Only check the stats. Hey, I'm out here trying to get it. Next, I only got a minute. Get ready for the back attack.
Yo, can you hear me?
Yo, what up?
Hey, I'm gonna give Brandon one of my calls, so he could defend himself against that slander. I think Brandon only was using your logic or your idiotic logic that you brought up and you proposed, and he spent it on you. You yourself, the spin doctor that you are, you proposed it. So why would him being a bud tender or a bud fan have anything to do with go with the great Nestor Gibbs logic on how he see things? And if Errol is doing what Errol needs to be doing, and he's the big star, the big fish that he is, he could go right into the Ugas fight. You brought up his numbers declining, so I guess you're a little concerned over that. But if he's the big fish, he's the big guy, you ain't got to worry about that. He's going after what he set out to do. He's not jumping around weight classes. I'm going to take 2 of them, so just give me 2 calls back to back. He's not jumping around weight classes. He's going after Undisputed. And that title, and Ugas having it, so he goes after Ugas. Just because you won't get Keith Thurman back in the equation, don't argue against common logic of Errol doing what he set out to do and go after the belts. So after he dispatched Ugas of the belt, he could use his A side against Bud in his for his one little belt and stuff like that, and they negotiate whatever the percentage you feel or they feel like they need to come down to, and they agree upon the fight. That's how I think the fight should be made. That's what we should be pushing for. Dudes going after Undisputed, dudes going after what they say they're gonna do, instead of hopping around here, making money fights here, making money fights there, and the next thing you know, we don't have the fight being made. That's my call.
Yeah, another bartender. You see how his plan ended in So he could get the belt from Ugas, and then he could come get Lil Spence, Lil Itty belt, or whatever he said, Crawford, Lil Itty Bitty belt. See, it always ends in Crawford for these dudes. So, of course, Nesta's plan that is more beneficial for the fighters isn't going to be the right plan for them because they bud tenders. They only got one person agenda in mind, and that's Bud. So by me saying no, Ugas need to get 2 checks. One for Thurman if he beats Thurman, then another one with Earl making his back-end pay-per-view bigger because he's built his popularity. Thus, Earl also getting a bigger pay-per-view check. No, that's wrong because that puts a delay on their timeline. They tired of waiting for Bud. They want PBC to feed Bud. We ain't feeding Bud, man.
Intrigued the Incredible with a super chat that says, Lil EJ need Thurman if he want a successful pay-per-view. He ain't fighting Crawford now. Thurman with a belt is more money and a build-up to Bud for winner.
That's right. It's just common logic, man. I mean, it's just common logic, man. Every promoter builds. You know, I would be shocked to see Earl and Spence go in at it immediately, honestly. You know, I see Brotherhood capping extra hard. You know, he got the cape on. I ain't saying you lying. I'm saying you got the cape on. You protecting Earl. He said everybody numbers declining. Everybody, not Tyson Fury and Wilder. That shit ain't no decline. Let me tell you. But yeah, everybody numbers declining. How we gonna say everybody numbers declining when Earl did more ticket sales than Canelo and generated more money? So which one is it? Is he declining or is he making money? I'm shocked. Is he, according to the people that send me stuff, you know, is he taking over Canelo? Is he the new like cash cow? Ain't that what y'all was making headlines about? Now all of a sudden he not. Like which one is it? Is it either he's taking over Canelo and generated more money, or his numbers declining? Because it could be both. It could be interesting going to see him fight and not interested in wanting to pay to watch him fight. It could be both. It could be the state of Texas that fits 100 UKs in there. You understand? Maybe they came out and that's why they generated money at the gate. But they not paying a seat on TV. They rather come. You understand? So I don't know, guys. You know, pay-per-view is one thing. You know, ticket sales is another. You know, they both are necessary. Wilder Fury 2 didn't happen because of that reason. They need that gate money.
That's true. Everybody getting on you because they're saying that you didn't say nothing about the Bud ending. Everybody ended in Bud. All the Bud tenders ended their conversation with Bud. And in the super chat, Intrigue ended it in Bud, but that's another story.
No, but Intrigue is not ending it in Bud. He's coming at the Bud tenders. Remember, Intrigue is a Keith Thurman fan. Huge Keith Thurman fan. The other Bud tenders, their logic is no, Ugas and Earl should fight because they're going to finish their sentence with, because then Bud gets to fight him. which that ain't even true. My man might re-sign. That's what history showed us. Didn't he re-sign? We don't know what he going to do next.
Dang.
Mitty, you just listening? Keem.
Michelin Man.
Oh, shit.
There's nothing in the sponge for Izzy. He ain't got nothing in there. Where the team at? Oh, he got J-Mac giving excellent instructions over there to Keem the Dream.
Your winner by unanimous decisions is Keem the Dream Florida.
Y'all hear me? Can you hear me?
You.
What up? What up? Man, it's a shame Thurman had to jump off, man. He was talking that shit, but you got him hyped when you played that. You better not duck me, son. Shout out to Keith, man. But yeah, look, I want to see Keith fight Ugas, man. I would like to see him fight Ugas. You know, get a chance to get that belt back, man. And you know, we need Keith back in the sport. We need him back in the mix. We need that Thurman that was on just now talking that shit, man. We need him. We need him at the press conferences again, man. We need that guy back. For real, for real. But yeah, that's really it, man. That's all I got. You know, shout out to them Florida boys.
Man.
Yeah, shout out to us, man. My man King Born. What up?
When you see old dirty bastard fall in a position like that, then you know that I'm getting ready to bust your.
Yo, you hear me? You hear me? Listen, man. Let me tell y'all something about your man and Intrigue Man and Adrian Rowan, man. And like I said, Keith Thurman, me and him got the same first name, right? But yo, them Florida boys, they got a lot of game. They blessed with the gift of gab, man. Keith Thurman could sell a Tic Tac to a candy factory. You know what I mean? But like, I'm gonna tell you something, man. Like, yo, he like, they trying to save him. He on that back end of his career, man. Yo, and you know what you trying to do with your man. I'm saying it right now. Y'all can laugh, call me crazy, bugged out on Woonga, whatever the hell y'all gonna say. I got Ugas upsetting Errol Spence, beating them, and now they gotta fight. Cause I told y'all before, this Errol and Bud shit ain't gonna go down. But I need Keith Thurman there against Jamal James. Fuck it. Get Danny again. Or get Sean Porter. I need your man in there, man. He talking that good shit. That's why Keem got 5 kids. That's why.
Cut it. How you gonna try to put him in there with Jamal James? You tripping, man. Yo, Greatness, what up?
Greatness. Step into the light.
Greatness.
The Southpaw Killer.
Nah, he is a southpaw.
You said he's a Southpaw Killer.
I ain't never said that. I said he a southpaw. I guess he a killer.
I know.
I guess he a killer now. You made him one. Yo, that's everybody then, man. J Mac said give a call to Brandon and Cincy. Say that again, brother. We weren't hearing you.
I said, can you hear me? I was clear?
Yeah.
Hey, you laughing coming some give him Jamal James, but nigga, last time I checked, Keith was ranked 11th by the WBA. Jamal James ranked number 1.
Man, that's the thing, man. You Bud fans love ranking. Y'all love ranking. That's why y'all always talking pound for pound. Talk fights.
He doing Keith a favor and shit, but nah, man. You keep saying it's Bud fans that's making this fight with Errol next. Nah, nigga. When this news dropped that Errol, when Ugas got elevated, what was the headline? Spence Ugas next. Spence Ugas next. Nobody mentioned Keith Thurman, bro. Nobody said it only makes sense for him to fight Keith Thurman next. So whether you and Intrigue and Keith Thurman, 2 other fans like it, people want to see Spence and Ugas next. That's the majority. I see no podcast talking about throwing Keith Thurman in the fucking mix. You lying. Stop capping, man.
I hear you.
Yeah, let's just be real. Let's just be real.
We gonna see what Al Heyman do, man. We gonna see whose business makes more sense, man.
Bro, this Cincinnati coming guns blazing for you.
Huh?
Brandon in Cincinnati coming to guns a blazing for you, man.
He ain't blazing no guns.
Say, man, would you just stop capping, man? You capping. You capping.
Blazing no guns, man.
Said, parried that. Whoop, slipped it.
How you blazing guns, man? Tell me what Al gonna do.
You going to gym today?
Nah, we got the show. My gym is at 6. My gym it opens the doors at 6 and we go live at 7. I ain't gonna be able to make it back here in time and shower. That shit ain't gonna make no sense.
Who else we got out there?
We ain't really got nobody, man.
That's everybody.
We got actually I see Majid there. Majid in Orlando. Orlando.
Everybody need to like that video, subscribe to the channel, join that YouTube member so y'all could not get blocked out in the chat and just support the channel. But hey, man, I missed the whole thing, so I feel like I lost out. I got one question. He gave us any good news about upcoming fight with him?
He just said he'd definitely be in the ring this year. He avoided that question, to be honest. He answered it the way he wanted to.
Oh, he gave y'all ample amount of time this time and get off early?
I mean, he got off early, but he gave us a lot of time. The issue was the connection, man. We lost time on the connection.
Oh, okay. All right. Well, shit, man. I'ma do the playback or whatever and just see what I missed out on. But good shit getting him on, man. Until the next one.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, he gave us a lot of time, man. He just should have never went in that. Yo, was it me or was he in the elevator in his car?
Yeah, like it seemed like that. Like it's kind of
because he never got out the car talking about, oh, it must be this elevator. I'm like, bro, but you in the car, man.
So maybe they have separate elevators for their cars, like like a slot.
Elevator for the car, because he did say I'm gonna go to this condo and shit. But let me get out to what is this? I just had that in my head. Hello. Oh, that's Edwin Solano.
Hello.
What up?
Hello.
What up?
Hey, man.
What's up, champ?
What's up, man? Hey, man. For boxing fans, isn't that like a great fight?
Yo, you got to get off speaker, man. You sound so far right now.
Oh, I'm sorry. Can you hear me now?
I mean, you sound the same, but go ahead.
No, I'm just that Thurman Ugas fight is a great fight, and it's great for the boxing fans. And and he's a Florida boy, so a Florida hometown with the Cuban fans. What else do you want? That's a money fight for sure.
Exactly.
And then we get that big Errol Spence super fight.
That's how you capitalize on those Cuban fans. You
get out of here.
You give them a real Floridian, man.
Yeah.
Yeah, I got you, bro. I got you. I'm with you. It's Francis that's not with you. Francis thinks Ugas and Earl could do it.
I hear it. And it seems like he doesn't want to watch a great boxing fight. That's what hurts, because we're missing out on good fighters and great fighters. So every time we get one loss, it sucks that no one's gonna take risks, because we got fans that don't want that kind of stuff.
Yeah, Thurman can fight Ugas after Errol takes the belt off of him. No problem.
Okay. Hey, if that's how y'all want it, no problem, man. I just wish them the best success, man.
Right. Yeah. So, man, that pumped me up for sure. And Thurman been pumping me up. That whole interview was awesome, man. I was so pumped up. Man, I can't wait to he hit checkmate.
Yes,
all
sir.
right, see you, Ness.
And
congrats on everything. Congrats on your house, and keep the good work, man.
Appreciate it, man. Thank you to all of y'all always tuning in, making it possible. We'll be back at 7 p.m. So we've got about a 3-hour break, and we'll be back for more interviews. We're going to have Ken Porter tonight, Adam Blue Nose Lopez, and Victor Morales, who's fighting on Dazn. Catch us on the next one. That's GTO, Instagram, and Twitter. Hit social media at The Boxing Voice on all forms of social media to stay up to date to TBV. Remember, TBV stands for The Boxing Voice.
And if you don't do it, make sure you give us 10 push-ups and send us a video of it, because, you know what I'm saying, then go ahead and do it. Do all those things. Check out all the social medias. We already know what it is, man.
We need a cruiserweight. We need a 122-pounder, 130-pounder, 140-pounder, and 168-pounder. Greatness. Oh, yeah, Greatness already took that fight. That's it. It's a wrap. We're good.
So you know that we gotta set the date for the show. Anyways, yeah, Bordeaux show is coming up very soon. Also, don't forget, you know what I'm saying, you can check me out next up Sports Talk, NEXUP Sports Talk, next up Sports Talk. Also, you can check out the Weigh In, YouTube, Instagram, Ness. Thank you for another show. Keith Thurman, thank you very much if you're listening wherever you are. TBV, you already know what it is, man. Love, peace. Wash your hands, wear your face mask, and stay away from coronavirus. Peace, y'all.